Rise and grind. Three simple words, yet within them lies the very essence of greatness. They whisper of discipline, roar of ambition, and thunder with the relentless pursuit of excellence. They are not merely a mantra but a battle cry for the dreamer, the doer, the unstoppable force who refuses to bow to circumstance or yield to mediocrity. And now, I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to push past the limits, to defy the odds, to embrace the grind that separates the extraordinary from the average? Because let me tell you this, success does not come softly in the night, wrapped in silken sheets of comfort. No, it arrives with the sweat of your brow, the fire in your belly, and the relentless will to outwork, outperform, and outhustle the competition. It demands early mornings and late nights. It rewards the ones who show up when others quit, who persist when the path is steep, who grind when the world sleeps. And that, my friend, is what this book, this journey, is about. Daymond John, a man who built an empire from nothing, stands before you as a testament to the power of sheer, unshakable drive. He does not promise shortcuts. He does not sell illusions. What he offers is the truth that success is earned, not given. So, I ask again, are you ready? Because if you are, then buckle up. This is not just a book, it's a blueprint. It's not just a lesson, it's a challenge. It is time to rise, time to grind, time to seize the life you are meant to live. Rise and Grind, Part 1. The Power of Mindset and Daily Habits. Ladies and gentlemen, grinders, dreamers, and hustlers alike, today, we embark on a journey. A journey that separates the mediocre from the unstoppable. A journey that defines not just success, but the grit, the grind, the fire within that fuels those who refuse to settle. This is Rise and Grind, a battle cry from none other than the visionary entrepreneur Daymond John, the man who built FUBU from the ground up, who turned nothing into something, and who now stands as a beacon for those willing to put in the work. And let me tell you this. Success is not an accident. It is not reserved for the lucky. It does not arrive in the hands of those who wait. Success belongs to the grinders. To those who wake up every morning with purpose. To those who outwork, outhustle, and outperform everyone else in the room. To those who know that the dream is won in the quiet moments of discipline, not in the loud moments of recognition. Chapter 1. The grind is non-negotiable. Wake up.
No excuses. No hesitation.
No waiting for the right moment. Because the right moment? It's now. Daymond John opens this book with a simple truth. Grind beats talent when talent doesn't grind. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most gifted. You just have to be the one who refuses to quit. And history proves this. Do you think the world's most successful people just got lucky?
No.
They made their own luck by grinding. They had one thing in common: discipline. Every single person who rises to the top follows a relentless, daily ritual of work, and more work. They wake up before the world. They outwork their competition. They refuse to make excuses. And that, my friends, is where you must begin. The grind is non-negotiable. So, ask yourself, how are you spending your mornings? Are you making time for what matters? Are you treating your dreams like a hobby or like your job? Because if you want success, you have to treat it like life or death. Chapter 2. The Power of Routine. Own your mornings, own your life. Now, we all love a great underdog story. The one where a nobody rises to become a legend. The one where a dreamer turns a vision into a reality. But here's what they don't tell you. Every champion has a routine. Champions don't stumble into greatness. They create it every single morning. Because the way you start your day, it sets the tone for everything else. Daymond John reveals that the world's most successful people all have morning routines that prime them for success. Think about it. Oprah starts her day with gratitude and meditation. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hits the gym before the sun rises. Warren Buffett reads for hours before making a single decision. What do they all have in common? They don't waste their mornings. They don't check social media the second they wake up. They don't let distractions dictate their first hours. They control their time before the world controls them. So, what's your routine? Are you setting yourself up for success? Or are you waking up reacting instead of acting? Here's the hard truth. If you don't run your mornings, your life will run you. Chapter 3. The Grind Mindset. Why Failure is Fuel. Let's talk about failure. Because here's the thing. Most people fear it. They avoid it. They see it as a reason to quit. But grinders? They see failure for what it really is: fuel. Every setback? A lesson. Every rejection? A redirection. Every loss? A step forward. Daymond John himself failed before he succeeded. He sewed clothes in his mother's house. He struggled. He was told no over and over again. But did he stop?
Hell no.
Because he knew that every failure was making him stronger. And guess what? That's the mindset you need. Rejection doesn't mean stop. It means adjust. Failure doesn't mean you're done. It means you're learning. Setbacks don't mean you're losing. They mean you're growing. If you want success, you have to love the grind more than you fear failure. Because those who grind through the failures are the ones who make it. Chapter 4. The work never stops. The grind is for life. Now, let's talk about longevity. Because some people grind for a month. Some people grind for a year. But the true greats? They grind for life. This is not a quick fix. This is not a phase. This is not something you do until you make it. The grind is forever. Because the second you stop grinding, you start losing. Daymond John warns us about complacency. He's seen people reach the top, only to fall back down because they stopped working. They got comfortable. They stopped pushing. And that, my friends, is how dreams die. So here's the truth. If you want lasting success, the grind has to become your identity. Not something you do. Not something you try. But who you are. Rise and Grind, Part 2, The Hustler's Blueprint. Chapter 5, The Art of Goal Setting. Hustle with a Target. What's the difference between movement and progress? One word: direction. You can hustle 24/7, but if you don't know where you're going, you're just spinning your wheels. Daymond John is clear on this. Success is not an accident. It is engineered. And it starts with clear, non-negotiable goals. Not vague, empty wishes like, I want to be successful. I want to make more money.
No.
We're talking about pinpointed, specific, measurable goals. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want? How will I measure success? What deadlines am I setting? Example, I want to make more money. I will increase my income by $50,000 this year by launching a new business and securing 5 high-paying clients by December 31st. See the difference? Vague dreams won't get you there. Concrete targets will. So, today's challenge: get specific. Write it down. Make it real. Set a deadline. Because without a target, your grind has no aim. Chapter 6. Master your time. No more excuses. Tell me if you've heard this before. I don't have time. Really? Because the most successful people in the world have the same 24 hours as you. And guess what? They use them differently. Time is not the problem. Your priorities are. Daymond John breaks it down. Winners control their schedules. Losers let their schedules control them. Winners eliminate distractions.
Losers are ruled by them.
Winners use time wisely. Losers waste it on nonsense. So, let's get real. Pull out your phone. Look at your screen time. How much of your day is wasted scrolling, watching, consuming instead of creating? If you want success, you need to time block your priorities. If it's not scheduled, it won't get done. Say a no to distractions. If it's not pushing you forward, it's holding you back. Treat time like money. Because once you spend it, you can't get it back. Your time is your most valuable asset. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. Chapter 7. Surround yourself with the right people. Cut the dead weight. Show me your circle, and I'll show you your future. You are not just the product of your own efforts. You are the product of the people you surround yourself with. Hang out with winners? You rise. Hang out with losers? You sink. It's that simple. Daymond John has seen it firsthand. The most successful people protect their circle like a fortress. They surround themselves with mentors, people who have already done what they're trying to do. Hustlers, people who push them to be better. Accountability partners, people who won't let them slack. Now, let's flip it. Who do you need to cut loose? The complainers? The excuse makers? The energy drainers? If someone is not pushing you forward, they're holding you back. And as harsh as it sounds, not everyone is meant to come with you. This is your journey. Protect your space. Guard your energy. Choose your people wisely. Chapter 8. Take massive action. No more waiting. All right, we've set the goals.
We've mastered our time.
We've built the right circle.
But now?
It's time to execute. Because, let's be real, knowledge without action is useless. Too many people spend their time planning, preparing, thinking, but never doing. And Daymond John's message is clear. Start before you're ready. Move before you're perfect. Jump before you see the net. Because action? It's the only thing that separates the winners from the wannabes. Want to launch a business? Do it. Want to start a side hustle?
Start today.
Want to change your life?
Take the first step now.
Perfection is the enemy of progress. You will learn as you go. But the worst thing you can do?
Nothing.
So ask yourself, what is one action, one bold move you can take today to push yourself forward? Whatever it is, do it now. The blueprint is in your hands. The blueprint is simple. 1. To set clear, concrete goals. Aim with precision.
2. To master your time.
No more wasted hours. 3. Surround yourself with the right people. Cut the dead weight. 4. Take massive action.
Move. Now.
That's it. This is not magic. This is not luck. This is a proven system for success. Now, the question is, are you ready to execute? Are you ready to stop talking and start doing? Are you ready to stop wishing and start winning? Because at the end of the day, grinders don't wait. They don't hesitate. They don't hope.
They rise.
They grind. They win. Rise and Grind, Part 3, The Champion's Mindset. Chapter 9, The Power of Persistence, Hustle Through the Pain. If success were easy, everyone would have it. But let's be clear, it's not easy. Every champion, every millionaire, every game changer has faced obstacles that could have broken them. Michael Jordan?
Cut from his high school basketball team.
Oprah Winfrey? Told she wasn't fit for TV. Daymond John? Rejected by over 27 banks before FUBU took off. Did they quit?
No.
They persisted. They pushed through failure, rejection, and doubt. Because the truth is, grinders don't stop when it's hard. They push harder. They hustle longer. They get back up every time they fall. So, ask yourself, when life knocks you down, will you stay down? Or will you get back up, wipe off the dust, and keep swinging? Because persistence? That's the real secret weapon. Chapter 10. The Discipline to Dominate. Hustle even when you don't feel like it. Let's talk about discipline. Because motivation is temporary. One day, you'll feel unstoppable. The next, you'll want to quit. That's why champions rely on discipline, not feelings. They show up when they're tired. They put in the work when no one is watching. They grind, not because they feel like it, but because they said they would. Daymond John lays it out. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your discipline. So, here's the question. Are you only working when it's easy? Or are you putting in the hours when it's brutal? Because discipline? That's what turns grinders into legends. Chapter 11. The Fear Factor. Turn fear into fuel. Let's be honest, fear is real. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of looking stupid. But let's flip the script. Because fear can either paralyze you or push you. Every successful person felt fear, but they moved anyway. Jeff Bezos? Feared quitting his job to start Amazon. Elon Musk? Feared bankruptcy multiple times. Daymond John? Feared losing everything investing in FUBU. But they didn't let fear stop them. They used fear as fuel. And here's the key. Fear means you're growing. Fear means you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Fear means you're pushing past limits. So, feel the fear and grind anyway. Chapter 12. The Power of Self-Belief. If you don't believe in you, who will? Listen up. If you're waiting for someone else to believe in you, you'll be waiting forever. Because before anyone else can see your greatness, you have to see it first. Before the world believes in your business, you must believe in it. Before you land that dream job, you must know you're worthy. Before you change your life, you must decide that you're capable. Nobody is going to hand you confidence. Nobody is going to validate your dreams. You have to claim it. And here's the truth. The way you talk to yourself matters. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, you'll act like it. If you tell yourself you can't succeed, you won't. But if you tell yourself you can, you will and you must, nothing will stop you. So, let's make a promise right now. No more self-doubt. No more playing small. No more waiting for permission. Because the moment you decide to believe in yourself, that's the moment your grind reaches a whole new level. Rise and Grind, Part 4. Turning Hustle into Legacy, Chapter 13. The Power of Giving Back, Serve Others, Build Success. Let's get something straight. Success is not just about you. If you're grinding just for yourself, you're thinking too small. Because the most successful people, the true game changers, give back. They lift others as they climb. They mentor, teach, and create opportunities. They build businesses that create jobs, wealth, and impact. Daymond John gets this. He didn't just build FUBU for himself, he built it for his community. He didn't just rise, he brought others with him. Because when you give back, you multiply your success. So ask yourself, how are you using your skills to help others? How are you making an impact beyond yourself? Who are you lifting up as you climb? Because legacy isn't about what you get, it's about what you give. Chapter 14. Wealth is a mindset. Stop thinking small. Let's talk about wealth. Not just money, but abundance. Because here's the truth. You don't just work for money. You make money work for you. You don't just earn. You invest, multiply, and build assets. You don't just survive, you thrive. And that means one thing. Stop thinking small. Stop settling for a paycheck-to-paycheck life. Stop spending every dime you earn. Stop chasing temporary wins. Start building long-term wealth. Because true grinders don't just hustle for today. They grind to create freedom for tomorrow. So, here's the question. Are you grinding for quick money? Or are you building something that lasts? Because real wealth? It's built with vision, strategy, and patience. Chapter 15. Build your brand. Make the world remember you. You've got skills. You've got hustle. But do people know who you are? Because in today's world, your brand is everything. Your name should open doors. Your reputation should speak for itself. Your presence should be felt, even when you're not in the room. Steve Jobs didn't just sell computers, he built Apple. Oprah didn't just host a talk show, she built an empire. Daymond John didn't just sell clothes, he built FUBU. And here's the secret. You don't need to be famous to build a brand. You just need to be consistent, valuable, and authentic. Show up every day and deliver. Stay true to your mission. Make people remember your name. Because brands last longer than businesses. And legacy lasts longer than money. Chapter 16. Never stop growing. The grind never ends. Listen up, because this is the biggest lesson of them all. The grind never stops. Because the moment you stop learning, the moment you stop growing, you start losing. The best never settle. The best never think they've made it. The best always ask, what's next? Think about it. Kobe Bryant? Won championships, but still practiced at 4 a.m. Elon Musk? Built Tesla and SpaceX, but still studies every day. Daymond John? Made millions, but still looks for new ways to grow.
Why?
Because greatness is a lifelong grind. And if you're serious about success, if you're serious about legacy, then you know the work is never done. You keep learning. You keep evolving. You keep pushing for more. Because grinders don't stop. Conclusion. Your rise begins now. Ladies and gentlemen, grinders and dreamers, warriors of ambition and architects of success, we have arrived at the final moment. But let's be clear, this is not the end. No, my friend, this is your true beginning. Because now you stand at the crossroads of potential and action. You have two choices. You can nod your head, feel inspired, and go back to life as usual. Or you can make a decision, a bold, unshakable commitment to rise and grind. Because success does not wait. Opportunity does not knock twice. And the future, the one you dream of, is watching. It is waiting. So, I ask you, will you answer the call? The difference between the dreamers and the doers. There are people who talk about their dreams. And then there are those who chase them down, tackle them to the ground, and refuse to let go until they are reality. Which one will you be? Because make no mistake, you were not put here to be average. You were not put here to play small, settle, or make excuses. You were born to rise, to push past your limits, to crush every obstacle, to grind until the life you want is the life you live. But that life, it will not build itself. You must wake up and claim it. Legacy is built in the daily grind. The legends we admire, the innovators, the champions, the empire builders, they were not special. They were not born lucky. They were not handed success. They were simply willing to grind when others quit. They outworked, outhustled, and outlasted everyone else.
And now,
It's your turn. Because your legacy, it won't be written in words. It will be written in the sweat you pour into your goals, the hours you invest when no one is watching, the choices you make when it's hard, uncomfortable, and exhausting. That is how success is built. That is how your legacy is written. One last question. Are you ready? Now, I leave you with one final question. Will you rise? Will you grind? Will you outwork, outlast, and outshine every challenge in your path? Because the world is waiting. The future is calling. And your greatness? It starts today. So stand up, step forward, and make it happen. Thanks for listening to Book Buzz reviews and summaries.